You forgave them. At least, you thought you did. But then their name comes up in the quiet of your kitchen, and something tightens. You have prayed about this more than once, told God you let it go. So why does it still feel locked? You are tired of the cycle, and perhaps you are starting to wonder if the door was never meant to fly open in the first place. Stay with me. What God shows us next might change how you see this forever. What you feel tonight is not a failure. There is a heavy, static tension in your chest, like wearing a winter coat that is soaked through with cold rain. It is far too heavy to keep wearing, yet you feel terrified to take it off. Your mind is like a scratched record, playing the same painful moment of betrayal over and over. You are exhausted by your own anger, yet you are afraid of the emptiness that might follow if you finally let it go. You are not weak for feeling this. You are simply carrying a weight that was never meant for you to bear alone. Feel the steady beat of your own heart, still moving forward even now. Rest your hands, letting them soften wherever they happen to be, noticing the gentle rhythm of your breathing as you choose to let go of the need to hold on to anything at all. You are safe here. The human heart is designed to seek safety through the preservation of memory. When you are deeply hurt, your mind holds on to the anger like a sentry at a gate, believing that if you stop being angry, the danger will return to hurt you again. It is a fundamental drive to protect the self. Your inability to forgive is not a moral defect or a spiritual failing. It is a natural, albeit painful, survival mechanism that was born out of your need to keep yourself whole. God designed your heart to be a fortress, and your mind is simply trying to ensure that no further harm comes to the places that are still tender. If any part of this feels familiar tonight, just tap that heart, or type a single word below seen, or heard, or even just an emoji. You do not have to explain. Just let this moment know it reached you. Now, let's keep going. You are sitting in the dark, and your mind drifts to the memory of what happened, that moment where you felt your trust shatter. The resentment feels like a rising tide, pulling you under until you cannot catch your breath. He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. This verse reminds you that your inability to escape these waters is not a lack of willpower. It is an invitation to stop struggling and let the Father reach down to pull you out. Maybe you have felt this a moment when trying to ignore the hurt only made it feel heavier. If you are tired of swimming against a current you cannot control, what would happen if you simply stopped fighting and let the water hold you for a moment? The deep waters are not where you belong, and your stay there is not a sign of defeat. Let me show you something. The man had been an invalid for 38 years, lying near the pool of Bethesda. He had no one to help him into the pool when the water stirred, and someone else always descended ahead of him. He was surrounded by a great number of blind, lame, and paralyzed people, all waiting for a miracle that seemed to belong to everyone but him. He felt the long, dragging silence of the years, the exhaustion of watching others walk away while he remained anchored to his spot. He did not know how long he would stay there, or if he would ever move from the floor. He carried his mat like a badge of his identity, the only thing he had known for decades. You have spent so many years lying on your own mat of resentment, haven't you? It feels like your home, even though it is also your prison. Jesus saw him there and asked him, "Do you want to get well?" The man did not say yes. He explained his reality. He had no one to help him. Jesus told him to get up, pick up his mat, and walk. At once, the man was cured, picked up his mat, and walked away. The same Jesus who walked into that hopeless place is walking into your living room tonight. He is not asking you to fix your own paralysis. He is asking if you are willing to let him speak a new word over the life you have lived from the floor. You are standing in the hallway, wondering if you will ever look at the past without feeling the sharp edge of the hurt. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This promise targets the fear that letting go will leave you vulnerable. God is not asking you to lower your guard. He is inviting you to replace your own frantic defenses with His design. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. This verse removes the weight of doing from your shoulders. Restoration is a gift you receive, not an action you perform. You are being led, not forced. What if the righteousness God is leading you toward isn't about being perfect at forgiving, but simply about being near to Him while you heal? Let me offer you a new way to see this. A deadbolt lock that has gone unthrown for a decade becomes one with its housing, turning metal into a rough crust that binds the bolt to the frame. When you try to turn the key, it does not budge. The rust is not your fault. It is the natural byproduct of the seasons you have walked through. Your attempt to force it open only threatens to snap the key, confirming that the solution cannot be found in brute force. Healing begins when you stop trying to jerk the door open and start applying the oil, the quiet, patient presence of God to the mechanism. You apply it in small drops. You do not force the turn. You simply keep the oil moving, trusting that where there was once only friction, there will eventually be a smooth release. You are not failing to open the door. You are simply in the middle of the restoration. The truth at the heart of your healing is that your capacity to hold on to pain is proof of your capacity to hold on to truth. You are not a person who forgets easily because you are a person who values what is real. You might recognize this in the way you keep a small, broken ceramic ornament, not because it is beautiful, but because it reminds you of a time when your home was full of laughter. God wove this into you before you were ever given a name. He designed the heart to protect its own story, ensuring that you would never treat your life as if it were disposable. You have always sensed that your pain was trying to tell you something important, and tonight, you can finally hear that it was only ever trying to keep your story safe. You do not have to be the curator of that history any longer. Tonight, before you close your eyes, just do one thing. Place your hand over your heart and whisper this to the Lord: I am willing to be willing. You do not have to forgive everything tonight. Just offer Him your willingness to let the oil touch the rust. That is all. Just stay in that moment and let it be enough. Father, you see the heart listening to this right now. You know the texture of the pain, the heaviness that feels like a soaked coat, and the exhaustion of trying to carry it all. You see the secret shame of the hidden fear, the worry that lowering the guard means losing protection. Please, be gentle with the resentment that has been turned toward you. You know that this soul is not angry because they are bad, but because they have been hurt. Replace the friction of the rusted deadbolt with the oil of your patient presence. We ask for your peace to settle into the muscles of the body, into the breathing, and into the center of the chest. Help this heart to trust in what cannot yet be seen. You are close, right here, tending to the heart, never absent, and always, always near. Amen. If you need more support than this moment can give you, that support exists and you deserve to reach for it. Remember that you are like that lock receiving the oil, not failing, but being restored. Your heart is not meant to be a prison for your past, but a sanctuary for your future. Rest now, knowing that the door is in good hands. If this spoke to your heart tonight, type I am willing to be willing in the comments. Your journey toward freedom is a process, and you are not walking it alone. Share this video with the one person you know who is carrying a heavy, rusted heart tonight. It might be the small drop of oil they need to find their own peace. If tonight brought you even a little peace, Bible Heals You is here every week with more healing truth like this. Subscribe to join us on this path of soul restoration as we learn to walk in the freedom Christ has already provided.